What's up everyone? Welcome to another video. In this video, I will test and review the Merach S19 Magnetic Resistance Recombinant Exercise Bike. I'll tell you right now that I received it for free to test and review. And I agreed to it because I really like my Merach R11 air resistance rowing machine. And after some research, the S19 bike looked like it would be a quality product, so I spent the time to test and review it. And I always do research before accepting a free product to test, because I'm not trying to waste my valuable time or yours, and I want to bring you something useful. And like every video, I have full control and this is an honest review, so let's get started. First, I dragged it down into my basement to open it and assemble it. The box was pretty heavy and not easy to carry around. I would definitely plan on 2 people if you need to pick it up to transport it, but sliding it around on carpet wasn't too bad. And here we are with the Merach MR-S19 Magnetic Recombinant Bike. And I will start a stopwatch and time how long it takes to assemble it. I've never assembled this before, and I'm not speedrunning it. I'm just a regular guy using the instructions. So far it's taken 12 minutes to remove everything from the box and remove all of the packaging so it's ready to assemble. The hardware kit includes all of the tools you need, and only has 4 different screws in it. Pretty much all of the screws are pre-installed in their locations, which is really nice. It'll make the installation easier and faster. The instructions were easy to follow and assembling it was straightforward. The pre-installed hardware definitely made it faster to assemble. The only hang-up was installing this lever with the yellow handle. The instructions said the 2 screws were pre-installed in the handle, but they were not. They were in the hardware pack. And the total assembly time was just under 1 hour. So assembly is complete and we are ready to ride. My very first impression is that it feels like a nice bike. But before we get into the review, first I will use it regularly for several weeks and get very familiar with it and fully test it. Then I will circle back and film the review video. And here we are, 3.5 weeks later. I've been using it 5 days a week for either an hour-long cardio session or a short warm-up before lifting weights, or both. A lot has changed. My hair is longer. I got a sunburn on my neck, and I banged up my leg doing very impressive things, but I'll wear pants in this video so you won't have to see it. Let's start with some general features of a recombinant exercise bike to know if this is even the right kind of bike for you. A recombinant bike is a low-stress, relaxing exercise bike. It's not some hardcore spin bike. The low seat makes it easy to get on and off. You don't have to climb over anything, and the ergonomic backrest provides comfort and support. And the exercise is pretty much all legs with low impact. This relaxing exercise can be beneficial for people with mobility issues or for injury recovery. It's also for fully functional people who just want to put in some relaxing, long workouts to burn calories or get in some cardio. You can just pedal away and get that work in while watching TV, reading a book, playing some video games, or whatever. Now, let's cover the overall dimensions and features, then we'll get into the details. With the seat adjusted all the way back, it measures in at 52 inches long, by 24 inches wide, by 48 inches tall. And there's no cord, so it doesn't need to be plugged in. The display just takes 2 AA batteries, which were included, and you can use it anywhere. And in regard to using it anywhere, the front tube has 2 wheels in it, and the rear foot tube has a handle. To move it, you can pick up the rear by the handle and roll it around on the wheels to move it around, then set the rear back on the ground when you're done. Now let's go through the details. I will start at the back and move to the front. First we have the handle, which we've already looked at. But let's look at the 2 back feet. If it's only sitting on 3 feet and it's a little bit shaky, the 2 back feet are eccentric and can be rotated to raise or lower the height. You can rotate these to dial it in so it's securely sitting on all 4 feet. Perfect! Now let's move on. Next there's the ergonomic mesh backrest, which is comfortable and breathable. And next are the handles. They easily flip up 90 degrees, so the area is completely clear for you to easily sit down with no obstacles. And they easily flip back down for use. And the handles have these 2 metal pads, which are for the heart rate sensor. Your hand needs to touch both pads when you grip the handle. And there are sensor pads on both handles. You need to hold both handles at the same time for the heart rate sensor to work. And here's my measured heart rate shown on the screen. Note that this is just a resting heart rate. I'm not exercising, I'm just holding the handles. And next up is the seat adjustment. To adjust the seat, just pull up the locking lever, adjust the seat to the desired position, and push the lever down to lock it in place. There are 8 different positions marked, but it does not lock into only those 8 places, and you can place the seat wherever you want to. Those are just reference marks to help you identify the seat position, which would be helpful if you're sharing it with another person who moves it around. And when adjusting the seat, it's on a decline going forward, so it's easy. But it's on an incline when going backward, so you kind of have to stand up a little bit while you push it back. So that finishes the back end, and next is the pedals. The pedals have a cool little design on the surface, and there's a rubber hold-down strap on top, which crosses over the foot on an angle. The strap has lots of adjustment, 2 positions on this side, and 9 positions on the other side. Just slip your foot under the strap and start pedaling. I did notice that with the ball of my foot on the pedal, my heel caught on the ground with the bike being so low. If you have bigger feet, adjust the straps to get your foot up there a little more, but keep the pedal on the ball of your foot. And next is the resistance adjustment. It's a little gear shifter with 8 levels, level 1 being the lowest resistance, and level 8 being the highest resistance. During use, it's super easy to shift and adjust on the fly. For me, level 1 has no resistance. It almost feels like it assists me with pedaling and makes it easier. Level 2, 3, and 4 don't offer much resistance either. Then level 5, I can feel it. Level 6 is kind of the sweet spot that I've been using for 45 minutes to an hour of cardio. I feel a bigger jump at level 7. I would guess I could only handle a good pace for a matter of minutes. And level 8 is a little bit harder, so there's quite a range on here, but only noticeable for me in the last 4 levels. And next up is the water bottle holder. It's just a metal wire cage. I have a few different water bottles, so let's try some. This one fits. This one's a little bigger in diameter and it fits. This one fits, and this one's also a little bigger in diameter and it fits. During use, the water bottle is pretty much as far away as it can get from you. I can reach it no problem, but I have a long arm, so I don't know. You might need to lean forward a little bit, but it's a good thoughtful feature and it works. And our final stop is the display. There's a non-slip grip handrail around it, so you can hold that if you prefer. To turn the display on, just start pedaling to activate it, and it will turn on automatically. I really like this display. It is big and clear and easy to read and use. By default, it'll automatically cycle through time, current speed, trip distance, calories, total distance, and pulse rates every 6 seconds. Or you can press the mode button to manually toggle to a specific function. On the time function, you can use the set button to set a specific limit. I'll do 10 minutes. And it will count down backwards and beep when you've completed the 10 minutes. You can also set a value for the distance function. I will set it for 5 miles, and it will count down and beep when the 5 miles is completed. And you can also set a calorie goal, and again, it'll count down and beep when it's achieved. Another feature is a tray with phone padding to hold a phone or a tablet. I usually just set my phone there when I do a 6-minute warm-up before lifting weights. It's really nice because the display is still visible. And I set my tablet there to watch movies when I'm doing cardio. This tray is great because there's plenty of room for a phone or tablet, even when it has a bulky protective case on it. On that note, I will also point out that this thing is whisper quiet during use. You don't need headphones when you're watching a movie. It's essentially silent. This is how loud it is. And the last feature to cover is the Merach mobile app. After opening it, connect it to your bike. I also have my rowing machine shown as an option, but today we're selecting the bike. In the training tab, there are challenges where you can race other people online. Under coaching, there's a variety of guided classes. And under free training, you can just ride and it can track anything. There's target distance where you can set a desired distance, target time where you can set a desired time, and then a variety of pre-programmed training. Switching to data, it stores all of your workouts and tracks calories, duration, and distance. I've connected a few times to try some online races for fun, but I normally watch movies on my tablet when I ride. But just for fun, here's the 2D race. This is the start, and this is the finish, and I'm kind of in the middle of the pack here. And here's a 3D race. This is me, and here's the leaderboard, and you can zoom in and out and change the angles on the 3D course. And that gets us through the details. Based on my experience with this bike, if you're interested in a recombinant exercise bike, you can't go wrong with this. It's a solid choice. The structure is excellent quality. It's easy to use with good features. The display is clear and easy to use, and the 8 resistance levels provide a good range of variety, and it's quiet during operation. I'm happy to have this in my home gym. It's been great to rotate in for cardio, and really nice for relaxing easy cardio sometimes, instead of pounding out hard miles on the pavement. So, that wraps this up. I hope you found it helpful. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.